Hi, it's Colleen Schmidt from Divination Counseling Service here to present the sign of Libra for September 2021. So if you're a Libra Sun, a Libra Moon, or a Libra Rising, there could be a message in this video for you today. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment first to thank you for watching this video and to send out gratitude to all of my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you'll consider becoming one. And if you would, like, share, comment, I'd love to hear from you. So we're going to begin with the card reading, and we're going to start with the Rider Waite Deck doing a Celtic block. Once the block is finished, I will take 3 more cards as clarifiers for the reading, completing a Celtic block. Once the reading is finished, I'll come back and we will review all the asteroids moving through the sign of Libra in the month of September 2020. And in order to pin these asteroids down, we're going to be using the new moon of September 6th, 2021. So join me and let's check out these cards for my Libra friends. Okay, Libra, we're going to, as always, take the ritual so that the cards can choose our significator for our reading. They feel pretty good. And let's see what they've chosen. It looks like we're going to start off by talking about a separation between people. Now, this doesn't mean a literal breakup, or what it means is that maybe somebody has to go away for a while, or maybe somebody's moving. Could be even that for a time being, 2 people have decided that they have to go different directions for the moment. Could be in business, it could be in a relationship. So this isn't nailed to any one thing. It's just talking about people that have decided to go their own way. It's crossed by the Queen of Cups, and she represents secrets, because she's the only one who holds a cup that still has a lid on it. So one of the things that could be crossing you could be secrets that ultimately you'll discover. This card is also about intuition. It's about female support. It's about people who care a lot about you and give you advice that is very good for you because they're intuitive. And this is an intuitive knowledge. But cups are also about commitments, keeping promises. So maybe what's crossing the separation of these 2 people is secrets or an inability to commit to something, whether it be a project, a relationship, something. The base of the reading is that foundations laid have not brought desired results. So whatever was tried, whatever was laid out as groundwork may not have worked the way that you were hoping. What's passing you is boredom. Yep, that's what this card means. It's a card of boredom. Dissatisfaction, but it's more about boredom than even that. It's definitely the fact that things are moving slowly. And one of the sayings of this card is that Rome wasn't built in a day when it's in the right side up position, that there's more involved to make things work. It has a very different meaning for me when it's reversed, but in this case, it did show up right side up. What crowns this reading is that ultimately everyone will be happy. I see celebrating. It could be a reception that's coming up or a wedding, but I definitely see a lot of people are happy. And this happiness crowns this whole reading. The card that stands in front is that ahead of you, you will have to make some decisions, some very hard decisions. Decisions you don't want to make, but you really have to. So that's what you're looking forward to in September. What you bring to the card. More boredom. Yeah. This is actually, again, things that might be more trouble than they're worth, but there is a degree of boredom when the Ace of Cups is in reverse. Right side up could be a new relationship, a new home, a new baby, all kinds of new things that make our heart happy. But upside down, we're pretty much bored. And things are not working out the way that we had hoped. So you're bringing that kind of a negative thought. Now, the external is that you are actually somebody who is carrying a huge and heavy load of responsibility, and actually you're doing quite well with it. So on the external, they're commending you for your good and hard work. Good for you. All right, my Libra friends, what is it that you fear or hope for? That's our next card. And I'm not sure what it is, but it's sticking to the original decisions. It's sticking to, and maybe that's just a hope that you have, that you want to be able to stick to the decisions and the paths that have already been set up for you with this major arcana, the Lover's card. Some people say this is about deals, and I'm not saying you're not looking for a deal of some kind, and it is possible, but really this is about making decisions that keep you on the same track. First outcome, the Emperor. You're going to get something. Somebody in a position of authority is going to grant you something. So that's actually pretty exciting. Usually indicates more responsibilities, could be some kind of promotion, but something is coming. Now, when you're working with the cards, it's always great if the outcome card is a major arcana. But no matter, because I'm still going to choose 3 more clarifying cards. So, not bad. These are great. I don't even know where to start. They're so good. First card up is there's going to be some good news that comes to you that makes your heart feel warmer and happier. It could be related to your personal life. But whatever that news is, you are very happy in your heart with that news. The second card I pulled up was attention and generosity from other people. This is something you can expect in the next month. No wonder you're doing so well with that Emperor card. It's telling you that you're going to be getting a lot of attention and generosity. And really, let's look at this card, because this card is actually one of those means the opposite type card. In the right side up position, it is the desolate card, wanting to give up and throw in the towel. But the fact that this card came upside down is very significant, because this is attention and generosity from other people. And the final card is stability. A woman whose feet are solidly planted on the ground, who is security oriented and grounded. Now, it could be, if you're a male or a female, it could be telling us that you're grounded, that you are security oriented. And that's pretty good for a Libra, to be security oriented. But it could be just support that you're also receiving from somebody who is very grounded. And they support you and what you are proceeding with in the next month. So it's very likely it means all the above, since that is generally what these cards do. So these are not bad for the Libra, really not bad at all. So let's meet back and let's talk asteroids. So I've left the cards where they are, and I'm going to take us right into the asteroids. And the first thing I want to talk about is how there's lots going on in Libra. So Libra is one of the real active ones this month. And in Libra, a couple of things here. First of all, there is truth that will come to you this month, that the old saying, the truth will set you free. Well, it's that kind of truth. It's the truth that comes with aha moments. So it's very good, and it's very important. It also goes on to say that there is some things that you'll be finding out about this truth that could be related to something that is getting worse. It could even be that someone is ill, and upon knowing that, not only do light bulbs go off, but the reality is that they might be actually getting sicker, which is why you know. When it comes to dealing with stuff that's really difficult, Libra, it's telling me to tell you to use the hard stare. In other words, you don't have to get all upset, you don't have to make a scene, but maybe what you have to do is just give them one of those looks. And I think you know what I mean when I say that. I will tell you that there's a lot of karma hanging about you these days, and there's a lot of it that's good. So it's not bad karma, there's karma, and it's about winning. And I do think you're going to win, so good luck. It's also talking about how sometimes you feel like you're stuck. And I'll give you an example. Maybe you're not happy with the project you're working on at work, but you feel stuck because they're holding a lot of money over your head, you know, getting paid and all. So that's a really easy way to look at it, but it is notable nonetheless that you could feel stuck somewhere. And it is also talking about how all that is going on, and remember I said it's a lot, watch your sleep. I really feel like you're losing sleep right now, and you want to be careful of that because that sets us up later for things like illness. It does talk about how you're also dealing with somebody who is very self-centered. Now, I'm not going to say that at times you yourself won't be a little self-centered, and it is what it is, but that whole concept of being kind of selfish or having the whole world revolve around self, not only does it show up, but it comes with another asteroid that brings gloom and doom. So it almost as though when people get very self-focused, there can be a real pessimistic view that then ensues, okay? But the other problem that you could have relates to privacy and the idea of betrayals of privacy. And here we go again with, if you're dealing with somebody who has narcissistic tendencies, they tend not to concern themselves with what's going on with you or your life, which means that they could, by accident, not with any evil intent, but they could betray confidence. So please be aware of that, and be aware that it can work the other way. It also appears that there's a lot of news this month, some of which will come truly by surprise. Some of what you're going to hear is not only surprising, but it can almost be humiliating or put us in a position of having greater vulnerability. I think that's a really good way to put it. It also talks about how a lot of what's going on is very, very serious. There could be even temptations. So it's really important to plan ahead and to use strategy in all things that are going on right now. Otherwise, believe it or not, you could be in tears. So you or somebody else. So you want to be kind of careful of that. It talks about looking for shortcuts. But I think it's because you're in a position where sometimes you're saying to yourself, oh my God, why me? And there are shortcuts. So I don't know if it's because you took a shortcut that you screwed up, or if it's you're looking for shortcuts because you're feeling oppressed. Either way. I do see an emphasis on things like websites. So the computer is really, really important, especially photographs or pictures that are used on websites make a real stand this month for you. So you might want to look out for that. Also, a lot of people complaining. Again, you might be around some people who are very self-centered, and the complaining kind of goes with that ticket. It talks about being very focused on your goals, and really even to the point sometimes where people might even think that you're a little cold or distant because you're really concentrating more on your own goals and achievements. I do feel as though there is some concern with regards to money and health, both actually. And one of the things it says is like check in with a nurse practitioner. Okay, so that might be one. In other words, you don't need a doctor. So it might be something about a nurse or a health professional. Let's put it that way. It also refers to running into things that will stir up nostalgia. Okay, so there'll be a little bit of that. And again, when it comes to money, not only do you have a sense that things are going very slowly, but you have to do things over and over again. So that's a lot. And I hope that you were able to get a lot out of it. So with that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. And I want you to take care. And until we meet again, I wish you only happy reading.